Chelsea Football Club are looking for a number 9. We all know Victor Osimhen is the number 1 option. Chelsea know the price that it's going to cost to get Victor Osimhen because there is a release clause after he signed a new contract. Don't panic, the deal can still get done. We've got the 2 backup options that we're going to talk about as well in this video, and we're going to break down the saga. Why Victor signed a new contract, why Chelsea are in pole position to potentially get him in the summer, and more importantly, why are Chelsea looking at these backups in particular. Then, a lot of people don't believe me when I say we lack experience. We don't have enough starts. We don't have the quality. Well, we've got the numbers to explain my point of view. We're going to look at the comparison between the top 6 teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City and Liverpool and Spurs, and we look at how many of their default teams and their players have started how many games in their careers in the league. I've got the numbers, I've got the evidence, and we're going to talk about it and debunk this myth that this team is good enough and experienced enough to do better. We're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, bratuchi. I'm feeling better. I'm no longer sick as I once was. I am recovering on the mend. So I just need you lot to do me a favor. I need you lot to hit the like button. We're aiming for 600 likes on this video. Yes, we've dropped it down from the 750. We ain't been hitting it. So can we get to 600? In the comments below, tell me what number like you are. It's the best way of you guys letting me know that you guys are watching and you're real people. And finally, subscribe if you're new, because this is, in my opinion, and I'm biased, the best Chelsea channel out there. Because I do it and I give my own personal spin to it, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and I try to see the light at the end of the tunnel, all right? It's very easy to be a doom and gloom Chelsea fan at the moment, right? A lot of it is doom and gloom, but there is some positives, and I try to do that fix, and our community down here is very, very, not positive, but very, very honest and transparent. Healthy debate, nice conversations, no one's calling nobody names. We're all Chelsea fans, we all have opinions, and if you're not a Chelsea fan and you're a football fan, more than welcome here as well. Now, let's move on with this. We're going to have to start with Victor Osimhen. So, Chelsea Football Club have been chasing Victor Osimhen, and no one's been chasing Victor Osimhen more than John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel's expressions have been absolutely amazing in the sense that he's basically telling them, big man, join the team. You are more than welcome to come here. We will make sure you come here. I want an agent fee because I'm taking you to Stamford Bridge. He said it on many occasions. And we know that this deal could happen. But what happened yesterday was very interesting and very informative. Victor Osimhen apparently has agreed a deal with Napoli. Why is that a big deal? At the moment, Victor Osimhen has 18 months left on his deal. Napoli have given him a 1-year extension, meaning instead of 2025, the contract expiring is 2026. They have given him a release clause. And in this release clause, there's a number stipulated that a club needs to pay. From all the reports that we're hearing, from Fabrizio Romano to other Italian journalists to British media, the number is touted to be somewhere in and around 120 million euros to 130 million euros. That's 112 million pounds. That's 120 million pounds. That region. What does this tell me? This tells me this is the Moises Caicedo range of money. And people are going to say, Alex, that's too expensive. Well, if you're willing to pay that for Moises Caicedo, and you're willing to pay that kind of money for Enzo Fernandez, and you're willing to pay that kind of money for Declan Rice, what do you think is going to happen to the market overall? This is the club's fault. The clubs have been notoriously spending abnormal amounts of money on players to get them out of contracts, and now it has essentially led to an inflated market. You've got players like Paulinho from Fulham being touted as £80 million players. Like, what has he done to be worth £80 million? He's not even got potential to become world class. He's 28 years old. We've already seen his career and we already know what he is. He's going to stay at this level, maybe slightly move up. At least when you're buying a Declan Rice, at least when you're buying an Enzo Fernandez or Moises Caicedo, you say there's upside, there's resale value. There is no resale value for Paulinho, in my opinion. There isn't. So you're essentially buying him for one last hurrah for the next 3 to 4 years. And for me now, with Victor Osimhen, Napoli are within their rights to ask for that kind of money. And Victor Osimhen signed the contract because he knows Chelsea, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, they will pay that money. Evidence is there. Clubs will pay 120 million if needed to get a player. And Chelsea now need to make Champions League football. Otherwise, I don't know why on earth you would come to us. The reports are coming out that Chelsea are looking for a number 9. And they wanted to get Victor Osimhen in January. They can't because he signed a new deal. He's not going to come. But, and this is a big but, big but. The problem here is they're looking at two strikers. They're looking at Victor Györgis, or whatever his name is. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, broski, the Swedish international. And at this moment in time, he's 25 years old. He's played 18 games in top flight football. Prior to that, he's been living in Scandinavian leagues and the Championship. That's not Chelsea quality. I don't care if he's got 15 goals in 18 games this year for Sporting Lisbon in the Portuguese league. That player is not of the quality to be at Chelsea Football Club. I don't care what anybody says. Like, for me, you do not come to Chelsea to make your name. We already have Nicholas Jackson. We already have Armando Broja. I don't want to see it. I don't want it. Under no circumstances. The second one we're being linked with is the Feyenoord striker, Santiago Gimenez. Alright? Or Gimenez, as the pronunciation is. Absolute baller, apparently. 22 years old. He's got 2 seasons of scoring goals. In 2 years and 65 starts, he has got 43 goals. So that's in league games, 47 games, and he's got 33 goals. Other than that, he's been scoring goals in Liga MX. And once again, no disrespect to Liga MX, it is not good enough for me to say I'm going to put some weight on that league. And the Eredivisie isn't even good enough for me to put some weight on that league. Because the reality is, if it's not Bundesliga, Liga, Serie A, or La Liga, or Premier League, I find it, or Portuguese league even, I find it very difficult to give credence for the translation of your performances there to the Premier League. It doesn't work out. I'm sorry. Because I've seen enough players come and not be good enough. And Chelsea at this moment in time need to have higher standards. We have went down the pathway of wasting money on players that aren't good enough. And just saying, you know what? Bandage. No problem. Plaster. Bandage. Plaster. Bandage. No, man. Get the surgery. Just get the surgery and fix the issue. Like, the reality is, we need to fix the issue. The issues at this club are coming from top downwards. Can't blame Pochettino for everything. You've handcuffed him. You absolutely handcuffed him. Here's some kids. I've got the numbers to prove this as well, by the way. Here's some kids. Do some work with them. Do some magic. And then when the man asks for proper quality, you give him Cole Palmer. I like Cole Palmer. I think Cole Palmer's being a good signing, but you gave him another risk. Cole Palmer started 12 games in his whole career in league football. And you're trying to tell me that Pochettino is meant to make wine out of these grapes. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't. I'm sorry. So the image I've got on the screen right now is somebody on Twitter. I don't know the account's name. If any of you know it, please mention him and give him the shout out, because I saw this. It was sent in my group chat. It is absolutely amazing. So whoever did it, plaudits, man. Absolutely phenomenal. This is absolutely amazing at describing the problem at Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea have got 6 players that have started less than 100 league games all in total. I'm not even saying at top flight leagues. I'm saying in total. We've got Gusto, Colwell, Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, and Jackson. This season, they've been our default lineup. We have got 6 players that have started less than 100 games. Do you know how much of a problem that is when Colwell, Enzo, and Caicedo are meant to be one of our best players? Our dependency on Palmer and Jackson is abnormally high. You can't depend on young players to bail you out when they haven't been there to bail anyone out, or been there to see others bail them out. It's too many young players. Then you look at the experienced heads in the team. 2 players that have played more than 300 games, and both of them, Thiago Silva and Raheem Sterling. Been there, done that, won trophies, know-how. And surprise, surprise, they're the consistent ones in the team. And people are going to tell me Raheem Sterling's not consistent. Raheem Sterling has 6 goals in 15 games this year. That equates across the whole season. If he plays around about 30 games, he's going to get you 12 goals. You need 2 players to get you 12 goals. You need 1 player to get you 18 goals, and you're a good side. You're a side that comfortably makes Premier League football top 4 without a doubt. Without a doubt. We've got the Raheem Sterling. We need to supplement him with another person that gets you 12 goals and another person at number 9 that gets you 18 goals. That is our biggest problem, not replacing Raheem Sterling. Silva as well. Silva's solid as a rock, man. Yes, there's problems with Silva. I think a lot of the problems Silva's having is due to A, he is getting on with his age, and 2, structural issues. Every centre-back we have looks bad. Why? Structure's wrong. Poch needs to fix that. That's where Poch's blame comes in. That happens with Poch's work, more experience, players playing better. You mix those 3 things together, you get less problems, less issues. Now, the players in between, the ones that for me, you look at and you're like, they've got experience, but they're not of the level. So these are the players between 100 games and 150 games, right? And I've got 3 of them to pick out that have been starting a lot of games, and I think they shouldn't be. They're not of the level. They're the ones, if I get bids tomorrow, I go, you know what, maybe it's time to move them on. Axel Disasi, good squad player, reliable, multifaceted in the sense he can play right back and play centre back. Good character to have in and around squad, not starting quality level, I'm sorry. Under no circumstances, I've seen enough of Disasi this year to know Disasi is just not going to be reliable enough for Chelsea Football Club to get back to where they belong, not top 4, challenging for a league. Disasi's not of the quality. Robert Sanchez, good shot stopper, should be a number 2 at Chelsea. Quality number 2, absolute quality number 2. You have him as a number 2, you're saying, you know what, bravo. Very good goalkeeper, well-built squad. Can't be a number 1. In the summer, I expect us to go and address that. And the next one, you won't like it, Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher can't be a starter at Chelsea Football Club. He is not of the level of Chelsea Football Club in the sense that he doesn't have the ball distribution, nor does he have the ability on the ball to be playing for a Chelsea Football Club. Does he have the hunger? 100%. Does he have the athleticism? 100%. Does he have the urge and die-hard passion for Chelsea? Yes. Does he have the technical ability? No. Does he have the intelligence to play for Chelsea? No. Does he have the grit on the ball, the ability to dribble in and out of people, the ability to receive the ball in tight areas, the ability to know if I go over here, I receive the ball, I move it, and I shift across, I'm going to be another option? No. Conor plays 1 pass at a time. To play for Chelsea, you need to play 2 or 3 passes at a time. You need to know you're 2 passes ahead, 3 passes ahead. You can't carry Conor, Disasi and Sanchez and be respected as a team. You're not good enough. You are a mid-table side if you've got that many mid-level players and then you have a bunch of growth players. Gusto, Enzo, Caicedo, Jackson, Palmer. Stop looking at their fees. Colwell, stop looking at how much they cost. Because the reality is, Cucurella is another one. Cucurella falls in with the mid-tier players. Played a shit ton of games. In reality, is not of the Chelsea level. That is Chelsea's problem. The default lineup is a mid-table lineup. And that's the problem. Once we resolve that, I promise you results are going to come. Once we get in better quality and Poch does a little bit more work, we're going to be fine. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you lot enjoyed this video. Let me know what you lot think. I'm a little bit worried, but it is what it is. Peace out. I'm out. Bye.